Shoreditch, and it goes like this.
So I like this one.
We ditched our grubby little local for a tarted up boozer in Shoreditch. A bar, a boozar, a poncy place with Moroccan cushions and leather bar stools that swivel. We ditched the familiar smell of stale beer and sodden bar towels for a molten orange glowing countertop with bar written in neon lights on top of a fish tank. Home to 5 of the most miserable marine creatures I had perhaps ever seen. Poor, boozy barfish, taking it all in. So we ditched the rabble and the riot of our West End local for a bunch of moody indie kids with shit haircuts, rolling cigarettes and posing as the singer slash actor slash part-time model. Girls in green barber coats with bird nest hair, sipping brown ale when really they'd like a Bacardi Breezer secretly, and I know this. And everyone's so worldly and fucked up and cool, and they love it here because it's retro, because it's old school. And they burn incense sticks so you can barely tell your point from sandalwood. And the girls look like boys, and the boys wear girls' jeans, and it's all very themed. So we ditched our plump, busty landlady who sweats under bright lights and breathes heavy as she pours me a pint. We ditched her for an indie Cindy barman dressed in grandad-style knitwear, a dicky bow tie, and Topshop's finest pair of thick black glasses too big for his face. You look a bit like Jarvis Cocker, mate. And those are not prescription lenses in those frames. He's mechanic and uncharming, looks alarmed when I ask him, what's your cheapest pint, mate? He goes, well, like, we only do, like, bottles of beer, and they're all, like, £4. Thanks. So I sit in this dark place and take in the dim-lit ambiance with random objects like a mannequin and a moose head wearing a top hat and lampshades like my nan had. Drinking beer in a bar with no atmosphere, and I look over at the DJ and he's dropping beats behind the smallest DJ booth I have ever seen. Working the decks next to the gents, he's working the crowd at Creamfields and he's going absolutely mental to a load of people sat down. So I begin to miss the local pub's jukebox of punk, the mix of occasional Irish, the local sing-song, the battered carpet, and I ditched it for Shoreditch. Drinking in a place with no warmth, no excitement, and distorted drum and bass, not to mention perhaps the slipperiest floor I have ever walked across. And I'm wearing high shoes because it's a little bit posh here, so I kind of slide into the loos where girls stare pretentious stares and flip their hair and look really posh. And that's when we go and do some shots with indie boy Jarvis, who's still like 100% deadpan. But he doesn't tell us his life story like the old bloke in our local. And I could spend a year here trying to meet an old friend or something humble, but we leave because it's shit. We ramble home through the city. Street lights make puddles jaundice yellow and I can breathe again. I take my shoes off, climb onto the night bus, and we travel across this tourist town to our grubby little local around the corner where we know we're guaranteed to get a lock in. Thank you. The night that I got chucked out of the club for getting in a fight with the band 5. Does anyone remember 5?
It's okay. I'll keep it like a sort of basis.
And it goes like this. How's everyone doing, by the way? Are you okay? You seem alright. You look good. I hope I didn't insult anyone with the last poem. Oh, okay. So this poem is, it's about clubbing. Bournemouth, the club scene. Clubs like chilly whites with strobe lights and sweaty ceilings and dance floor crowds you cannot breathe in. Bournemouth, B-Town, where hen parties meet stag do's and women carry their shoes, stand drunk in queues that stretch past kebab houses, shisha bars, taxi ranks and parked cars. Underage lads in checkered shirts, chasing skirt and using fake ID, because all this is never as fun once you turn 18. So it's 3 in the morning, rain pouring, and this whole scene should have got boring, but they would give their blood and guts for one more sour shot to knock back, or one more beer to blood. So they tried to charm doormen like, mate, we were in here earlier, when they get chucked out, and I'm there, in this theme park for Laurie lager louts, and I'm lapping it all up. And this has got to be a wind-up, because my lot are outside Oceana, and according to the flyer, the boy band 5 were DJing here tonight. So my girlfriends bribe the bouncers who stand like giant bald babies in puffer jackets and frown down at them. But after not too much racket, we'll let in for a tenner. But this has got to be better than the never-ending taxi queues, so I go in and there are so many fucking fucking rooms. The R&B room, the dance room, the trance room, the 80s disco room, the sweaty cheese room, the room with sofas, the room with poles, the room to sit down in, the room to make out in, the I'm gonna be sick soon room. Where's the room with the fucking bar? So when I get a pint in, I go into that drunk mood where you want to start licking stuff, you know, like pint glasses, special, rare pint glasses to drink squash from in the morning, and I'm like, oh, this plastic San Miguel pint glass is so unusual, I have to have it, but it won't fit in my handbag or my coat pocket. Then I want to hug a stranger, sneak into a VIP area, yes, I do the latter, think I have the drunken pitter-patter, the this and that blagging chatter, I don't. I go, look girls, yeah, we paid a tenner to get in, leave this to me, see that door, we just charm security, strut on through, that's all we've got to do, I plan my route, and I can see them, 2 members of 5, Christ alive, I loved these guys when I was 13 or whatever, so I sneak under a rope, go in for a picture, Amanda's bought a camera, I go, alright guys, alright lads, they don't hear me, so I rest my drunk bum on a sofa, take off my shoes, help myself to shampoos, feel like a fucking celebrity until I hear, you're sat in my seat. You what, love? Miss Peroxide Blondie Groupie with boobs pushed down and up and out and in and wow. And I think, well, I might not have a lot of cleavage-wise, but at least I know where mine are at all times. And that's where she goes again. I said, you're sat in my seat. I go, come on dude, no need to be rude. There's room for 2, and then a 5-member muscles in, like, is that in my girlfriend's seat, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? Do you get me? Yes, I get you, but this sofa's massive. And I remember you on my CD Walkman, and you never sounded like that, mate. Remember the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will make you get down now? Do you remember that? Well, 1, I'm so pissed, and it's probably better that I sit, and 2, I've got this blonde chick all up in my sweaty drunk mug with her massive jugs. And 3, it's all turned a bit nasty and the bounce muscles in, and I go, you're all just wannabes and your girlfriend's got an attitude problem and you were never in the original band. And a bouncer grabs me by the hand and 4, I am pulled by my waist and carried out this desperate place, and 5 will make you get down now. But I've been thrown out now, back into the town now, shouting and layering, and I remember the lyrics. There ain't no problem we can't fix, and we can do it in the mix. And if your man gives me trouble, we'll be in the double guarantee that we'll be hitting 6. Yeah, right. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good night.